quite sure whether he's going to make it because his wife says it's his turn to look after the baby or some sort of similar excuse. Another thing to look at, we've got a station where we're going to be talking about user experience. And this is an area that's been really quite controversial, apparently still is. The idea that if you're working with user experience people, how do they fit in an agile world? A lot of the user experience community says you have to build a complete picture of the user experience of the product and then hand it over. The idea of doing things iteratively is very foreign to many people in that community. And even at this conference, I've heard people say, we just don't know. I mean, might be an interesting idea to have a permanent UI person working on a team with each iteration. Wonder what it would be like to try that. And of course, we've been doing that for 5, 6 years or so. Luke Barrett, are you around? No one's owning up to being around. All these people are supposed to be here. So he's an example. We have other UX people who do this kind of work. And they're going to have a little stand and talk a lot about that kind of thing. Another interesting area, we decided a couple of years ago to start building that really we weren't very happy with the state of many of the product tools that were around to help us build our software. There are project management tools out there, but none of them really worked the way we wanted to. In fact, pretty much all of our projects were managed using a thing called Sparky spreadsheet. Sparky is here at least. And we decided we wanted something a bit more that would also work very well with our distributed projects. And we first started on the route to building some products. We built Mingle, which is I think of it's a project management tool in the same way that Excel is. It's actually a much broader tool, collaboration tool, that happens to be useful for project management, but can do a lot more. We've also built a commercial version of Continuous Integration Server, which focuses particularly on more complex build pipelines with multiple machines and grids of things to build stuff and managing a bunch of projects and stuff, much more souped up than what we did originally. And also Twist, which is yet another incarnation of that idea that started with Ward Cunningham all those years ago about how to build a tool for functional testing that could be used by business people and understood by business people, but would be automatedly tied into the development approach. That's by Product Pitch, but they're going to do demos and stuff. Do take a look at those things if any of those interest you. We like to think they're good tools because they're built by people who've actually had to do this kind of stuff on real projects. And I think that makes a difference. How many people here have used the iPhone app for the Agile conference? Do you like it? Yeah? Good? Come on, somebody tell me it's crap.
Nobody's that brave.
The iPhone app was built by ThoughtWorks, mostly in people's spare time over the course of the last few weeks. We built it because we'd keep trying to get our clients to get us to do some mobile app work, because it would be cool, but they won't pay for it. And we need the experience and something to show them. So in our spare time, a bunch of people built this iPhone app to show what could be done and to be a portfolio of what we can pick up and run with and work with. And again, using the Agile techniques that we use with everything else. That iPhone app team, they've got stands, talk to them about how they did things, the way the whole thing was put together, really very rapidly, and as I say, primarily in people's spare time. And then the last thing I'll mention was, well, actually not the last thing I'll mention, but the last, not the, you know what I mean. I talked about the fact that we've really pushed this idea of distributed agile projects across borders. So we have a stand of people who can talk more about that. I know it's a topic that often comes up. And you can talk to some people who've actually had to run and manage those kinds of projects. The last thing I'm going to mention is over here. We're going to have a thing called a Project Bake-Off, or otherwise known as ThoughtWorks Idol or something. So the idea is we're going to ask you to come and compete. Talk about the most innovative thing that you've done on an Agile project, and a celebrity panel consisting of myself and 2 colleagues who actually know something will judge to say which we think is the most innovative, interesting thing, and there are actually valuable prizes. iTunes didn't tell us, so we removed that one. today, not just for ourselves, but also to help with the Project Management Institute, PMI, who for a long time have been the evil people as far as the Agile but they are coming into the light. My colleague Nancy Kistler, who has managed Agile projects for longer than almost anybody else, because it's on that 10-year-old project, will tell you a bit more.
Yeah, just real quickly, show of hands,